The Nest Thermostat. They say it learns how you live and will program your heating and cooling to save you a bunch of money. It's internet accessible. It's real simple to use, kind of like an iPod on the wall, and it looks pretty cool. But is it all of that stuff $250 worth? I'm Brian Cooley with a how-to. We'll show you how to get this guy installed and get started using it. Let's go. Now you know how cryptic and tedious modern programmable thermostats are. With all those little menus and configurations and buttons, they just no longer make sense in our world full of connected devices with elegant interfaces. The Nest includes the thermostat itself, some base plates. Now before you even get your Nest, they make you take a little poll on their site when you order it to check if your system and wiring are going to be compatible. When mine arrived, I didn't like the silvery color you see mostly around the body. They say it picks up the color of your wall and kind of becomes a chameleon within your wall color. A, I didn't buy it, and B, I like to save silver for things like the backs of iPads, not in my home. So I painted it the color of my home. Now this is almost certainly going to clobber your warranty, but aesthetics matter. You can separate the ring from the body via 4 small screws and a ribbon connector. Then mask everything on the ring except that outside part you're going to paint. Luckily, the paint brand I use on my house also sells some of their popular colors in rattle cans already mixed, so I got an exact match. Now put the thermostat head back together in the reverse of disassembly. Be careful putting in those 4 little screws. The trick is to start them counterclockwise till you feel them click, then go clockwise to tighten. That way you're not going to recut the threads a second time and weaken the assembly. Pull out the old thermostat, make a note of the terminal each wire was connected to, and now it's time to start installing your Nest. Now as you can see, I installed mine with a wall plate. You can go with this square one, there's a bigger rectangular one they include, or none at all. It'll be a combination of what look you like and also what kind of holes you're trying to cover up. And of course, I also painted the wall plate to match the thermostat and the house. There's a little level built into the Nest backplate, but I found it wasn't exactly accurate. So I grabbed a real level and of course also eyeballed it. Attaching the wires now is easy, especially for me since I only have 2 in my forced air furnace. But in every case, the wire terminals on the backplate are toolless and clearly labeled. Very nice. Now just snap the thermostat head itself onto the backplate and let it wake up. No batteries, it's powered by the voltage from your HVAC control circuit. Now the cool part, it asks you a bunch of questions like how to get on the Wi-Fi network and how you want to configure it. It's kind of like when you take a new iPad out and you set that thing up. This is not like any thermostat you've had before. It'll ask you for some mode preferences, minimum away temperature, and then let you know it's going to start learning for the next week as you turn it up and down at various times. You can also program it more traditionally and it will learn on top of that. Now if the thing goes black, don't panic. It does that. It'll wake up every time you walk by it. It's got a proximity sensor. Or you can press the face to wake it up, rotate once you're there on that main menu around the perimeter, navigate to any function, press to select, etc. And perhaps best of all, changing temperature is the old school way. You just turn this thing, totally intuitive, no button to go up or down. Go to Nest.com to set up an account, and then you can access your thermometer from their app or a browser to do almost everything you can do here in person. Now I'll be honest with you, putting it in was pretty easy. Justifying $250, not as easy. I'm not sure it'll ever earn back its price differential, especially not in a house that just has a simple heater. However, for the remote accessibility, the easy programming function, the great interface, and the great looks, it is the iPod of thermostats.